As of right now, I'm standing at the corner of Turner and Pearl Street in downtown Grand Rapids, and where a new soccer stadium has been proposed by Grand Action 2.0. Now we can tell you they plan on investing $104 million into an 8,500 capacity stadium in the near future. During these winter months, many West Michigan residents probably notice the lack of snow and the warmer temperatures, but the Michigan Works Department says this might actually be a good issue.
All Michigan drivers know exactly what time of year it is, pothole season. Potholes are a yearly concern for many motorists in West Michigan. Now many drivers have to deal with these obstacles on a regular basis from their early morning commute to their evening commute in the late winter months and early spring months. Now we sat down and interviewed one motorist and they explained how they know potholes all too well.
My morning commutes downtown, I'm always running into potholes all over the place. Even Century is just filled with them. Even a few years ago, I hit a pothole that was so bad it damaged my car, and I just had to buy a new one because it was going to be too expensive to fix.
And that seems to be where many West Michigan drivers find issues with potholes, the cost of damages. In 2021, AAA reported over $26.5 billion in damages statewide. Here in Grand Rapids, the winter weather has been mild enough, allowing crews to tackle some of the roads that are in need of repair. John Gorney, the manager of the Grand Rapids Public Works Department, says the up and down temperatures increase the risk of potholes on the road.
The biggest cause is over time, asphalt, as it ages, it dries out, and when it dries out, it cracks. Well, during this time of year when we have snow and then the snow melts, the water will go down into the crack, and then when it refreezes, it pops the asphalt. We do what's called an overlay, so we'll put a thin layer of asphalt over top. Okay. With the hope that we would extend the life of the road 5 years. And what we found is by doing that, we're actually closer to 8 to 10 years of extending the life of that road.
Now drivers should remain optimistic about seeing potholes throughout the city. Gorney stated that they are ahead of schedule this season due to the unseasonably warm weather. He also elaborated on how to take action if you see a pothole on your street.
You can either call, just simply call 311. They could stop into City Hall if they wanted to and report it there because there's a forward-facing service desk right there. But 311 also has an app, so they could take a picture. It gives us a location right on the app. They send it in, and we get the report right away.
The Michigan Public Works Department says this allows them to get a head start for this coming springtime with street cleaning, but they do stress that you should call 311 to report a pothole. Reporting live from Grand Rapids, I'm Nick Oudhoff. Sitting behind me lies the SR-71B Blackbird that sits right here at the Air Zoo Aerospace in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Now, the Air Zoo is known for hosting multiple aircrafts that cover grounds from one end of the world to another. The deer population has been on the rise in Michigan, but mainly in Kent County. Now, this isn't just the rural areas of Kent County, but also in the urban city communities in Grand Rapids. Now, the DNR has an issue that needs to be resolved. Now, one local deputy is holding these classes around Kent County to make people more aware of the situation and what to do during an active shooting situation.
Talk about steps you guys can help law enforcement when we respond. My big thing is take away one thing today. It could potentially save your life. That's my goal.
The term ADD, avoid, deny, defend, is what Deputy Omar Dempepa wants citizens of all ages to be aware of daily. With police response times at 3 minutes for an active shooting situation, Deputy Dempepa says this program will allow teenagers and elders to have an opportunity to learn information that could save not only their own lives, but others as well.
What we expect civilians to do in a critical incident, right? Being more proactive. We teach ways how to get out, avoid the situations. We teach people how to deny entry into rooms that they may be in, and then if they are unable to do either of those, we teach different ways to defend themselves if need be. They get stuck in thinking about, man, what should I do now? This is a problem. Should I go? What are the other people doing? You need to move.
According to the Washington Post, there has been on average 25 mass killings in the United States per year since 2006. And in 2022, the New York Times researchers who studied active shooter events say it can be difficult to draw broad conclusions based on individual episodes and how they begin. Still, patterns are revealed that once they start, it becomes difficult to stop.
So deliberation, this is recognize something has happened, And we need to have a plan to react to that. Ultimately, what I think this does is open people's eyes to the bigger picture. This is a 2-hour presentation, but there's a bigger picture that's out there, and I think that it just gets people to start to really process the potential of these threats. And it's all about word of mouth and in having conversations with others and spreading this information. I think it's a confidence booster, and it starts conversations that need to be had with another employee. Hey, what would you do if this happened?
Now, the Avoid, Deny, Defend courses are through for the winter, but Deputy DePeppa does say he wants to host them this coming spring. Reporting live from Grand Rapids, I'm Nick Oudhoff. And also this morning, a case of measles has been reported in Michigan for the first time since 2019. State health leaders confirmed that one child in Oakland County was affected by the recent international travel, but based on when the child's symptoms began, health officials don't believe that there are any risk of exposures outside the household. And now it was a big game last night. The Michigan Wolverines are singing Hail to the Victors this morning as the Wolverines claim their 3rd consecutive Big Ten title after taking down the Iowa Hawkeyes last night in Indianapolis. Now Coach Jim Harbaugh was back on the sidelines after serving a 3-game suspension due to the sign-stealing allegation surrounding the program. By halftime, Michigan was already up by 10 with 95 passing yards. The Wolverines just could not be stopped. And Michigan makes it a blowout win, beating Iowa 26-0. Jack Doles will have more for you later in sports. Your time right now is 8:44. Muslim leaders came together in Michigan yesterday calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. What actions they say will take if President Joe Biden refuses to push for a truce in the region.